Hey, Jarvis. I'm sorry, it's not Jarvis. It's Janice. Hey, Janice. How you doing, Janice? Janice, read me back my... I need a shot in the arm, Janice.
Kevin, I'm so excited.
We'll say that a little bit later. No, it wasn't a hot mic. I did it on purpose.
touch the ground. So please hear me. Oh, here we go. Feelings overflow. I don't really know what's on, 'cause I'm a restless soul. Oh, here we go. Feelings overflow. I don't know where to go. Yeah, I'm a hopeless soul. Oh, here we go. Feelings overflow. I don't really know what's on, 'cause I'm a restless soul. Oh, here we go. Feelings overflow. I don't know where to go. Yeah, I'm a hopeless soul.
Look who done made it into the house. Big Shirley in the house. What's going on with your sexy
I
ass?
got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes,
All
lamb,
right,
ram,
Shirley, what's
pork,
going
dog,
on?
Chicken, turkeys, rats.
Big Shirley in the house, yo.
Trying to keep my distance.
Come on.
Just wanna
Get your
play
hands
my
up.
cards right. It takes one false move and you'll be gone. But maybe
Woo!
it's alright. I can't tell if it's the right moment, but baby, anyhow, I can't hold it in anymore. 'Cause it's starting to come out. I've been holding it in for too long.
3 minutes.
Yeah, it's starting to come out.
Where the PhDs at?
And
I'm a
I can't
PhD.
pretend anymore. Oh, I'm yours. Never thought I'd even try. After just one day, it's special, yeah. But there is something in your eyes. Ooh, one false move and you'll be gone. You made me.
What what you gonna do when highlight catch an attitude? Drop to the knees and show gratitude.
Kiss the ring, chick. Come on.
This song right here is for all the fellas out there.
Big Shirley.
Taking care of business and making that money.
Oh, you know they mad.
I rebuke.
Don't get upset with me. You don't want to get ring?
I rebuke.
Don't get mad at me because I gotta get ranked. Men gotta get ranked too, don't we? 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 pack.
Girl, all my fellas, tell your lady, bow to me, kneel for me, kneel for me. Kiss the ring, bow to me, kneel for me, kneel for me. Pay homage to the king in your life. Wisdom and security.
Don't listen to him, ladies. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Nothing has changed. You are fine just the way you are. Trust me, lady. It's all good. It's all good, lady. He's just being mean. Who hurt him? No, don't worry about it. Help me out, guys. It's not working. Yeah, it's just him, lady. He's just upset. He doesn't know how to talk to women. I know. Where the results at? Tell him not to worry. Where the results at?
I can get a next one. Like Gucci said, in the next 15 minutes, you ain't special, don't be foolish. Running around town like you rich, no, I'm rich. Without me, you wouldn't even have it. I'm Scrooge McDuck swimming in money. Hold my top hat. Park Avenue lifestyle, you love it. You're acting out of order, and now you're gonna lose it. You claim that you're in love with me, in love with me. You wanna be my wifey, be my wifey. That's looking pretty bleak, unlikely. You should've paid homage, girl. You fucked up, can't do it no more. I'm done.
Ooh, we are back. Get the likes up, so we show over 2,000 likes. Come on.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right.
Y'all know how we do this.
It's not hard to fool me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say. No. Where we are heading now, babe. I follow. To the edge
In the
of
chat room, give me your age, city, gender. Let's get it. Come on. Tell those good lines. They fine no matter what. Come on. Yeah, let them try. Watch them cry. No lies told. No lies told.
It's not a problem. No. 'Cause I know what I'm getting into.
If you don't like it,
Yes.
leave. Shout out to King Ike.
I am the king and will not be. I am the king and will not be the king and will not.
Come on, people.
We are heading now, babe. I follow to the end.
Who hurt you? Yo, Mama Black. Oh no, here he goes.
So tell you good
Get him off the airwaves. He's helping too many women get their heads. He's helping too many guys get their heads together. This ain't gonna work. We gotta change this. This is too much. We gotta get it done. I don't like it. He makes me mad. I don't like it. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop him. Don't you see what he's saying? Don't you see what he's saying? Don't you see what he's saying? You mean what you've been saying for the last 50 years that men are scrubs, chumps, bums? Oh, but it's not the same because it's us. You can't say that. My feelings are hurt. I need an attorney. I'm going to sue you for hurt feelings. Now, damn what I say about you. Your dusties, your crusties, your scrubs, your bums, your lames, your dominators, your beta male simp, gorilla, coon, spam, jump. Damn all that. That's all fine. But if you just happen to just talk to me and share some logic, facts, and data, no. You know. Who did you think you were? Truth? Posh. Pish posh. That stuff doesn't work. Pish posh. We don't. No. We're the only ones allowed to deal in truth or pejoratives or insults or anything. You just go get us something to drink. Okay? That's what you do, Mr. Man. Right. Anyway, let's get into it. The rules of the game go. Guys, keep the engagement up over 50%. Likes or dislikes, it doesn't really matter. It all counts the same. And just like anybody else, the people who dislike me loyally watch, so appreciate it. Thank you. Very Merry Christmas to you too. But if we don't keep the engagement up over 50%, this is what you will hear. That's what'll happen. If you don't want to hear that song in its entirety, don't let it drop. Don't let it drop. Fragrance of the day. The blazing Mr. Sam. Oh, nice bull there, right there. Boom. And then fragrance of the evening. One of the best in the collection. Blue Sapphire. From Bodicea the Victorious. Good stuff all the way around. All right, so how are we going to do this? Welcome back to 2021. Merry Happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa is all over. We are back in effect. We are back in effect. So here's what I need. We've already made those announcements. Keep dropping my rag, so put it right there. But here's the question. The question I asked on Instagram, we were on Instagram Live earlier, and then I did an Instagram Live on Saturday for about an hour and a half. If you were there, you were there. If you weren't there, it's gone. When I go live on Instagram, I take them down. And if I find anybody uploading, let me make this announcement. Appreciate all the support. But if you're a content creator and you're just taking people's content and simply re-uploading it on your channel, that's a no-go. Guys, the proper thing to do is to ask somebody's permission before you use their video, especially if you're in the same area. And then wait. But I will say, I've already made the announcement on my community tab. There's a rise in people across YouTube, me included, people trying to mirror people's channels, people putting up saying this is so-and-so, but they're putting their Cash App or their pay attention. If you're before you donate money to anybody, make sure you know who you're giving it to, because you won't be able to get that back. If you're starting a channel, err on the side of caution. Make your own content. And it's one thing to respond or do a response video, but if a video is 10 minutes long and then 9 minutes and 50 seconds of it is somebody else's video, that's just not okay. All right, that's out of the way. I'm a PhD. No, that's right. So what do we got going on today? No free advertising. If moderators, if you see anybody in the chat room trying to shout themselves out, dropping their links, asking sub for sub, time them out, and I will come behind and ban them. Guys, act like you got some sense over here. Let's do it like we got some sense. So let's get into it. Let's see. Almost 7,000 people, and we should have 3,500 likes. We don't. So I'm going to say this one more time. Hit the like button so we can get into it. Hit the like button so we can get into it. But here's the question. Why are women... Okay, two questions. When did becoming average become an insult? When did being called average become an insult? And why are women so bad at ranking each other? Ladies, make no mistake, women today are horrible at ranking each other and by extension, ranking themselves. I know you're not going to like to hear it, but if you listen as a man, as an image consultant, and as a man, I listen to women talk about, I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. I'm like, you every bit of a 5. But every woman, not every woman, but the majority of women seem to rank themselves in these astronomically high numbers. Now, I did a video a while back with my rating system, and I'm going to re-upload my rating system tonight so you can see it. But understand something. 5 is average. Roughly half of the men and women in the world are average. 6 is cute. Then there is no 7. 8 is pretty. 9 is beautiful. 10 is gorgeous. So, why is there no 7? Got to watch the ranking video. But the majority of people, fully 80% of people are 6 and below. The top 20% of women are 8s or above. But to hear women today, they're ranking themselves 8 and above. Go back to the summer on my channel, and you will hear droves of women calling themselves 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. To where I was like, cam up. And here's the thing, make no mistake. You're on YouTube. This is a public platform. There is no expectation of privacy in public. Catch a hint. But ladies, you can call yourself whatever you want. You can have all the confidence you want, but let's flip that and say a man is confident. He's confident in his ability to be a big earner. He cannot deposit that confidence in a bank. A woman's looks equal a man's resources. It's your currency. And whether you like it or not, that's how the world works, and that's how men have always been. Well, who is he to say this? Who are you to judge? Well, first of all, I'm a man. Number one. Number two, I'm a professional image consultant. So that means I'm a trained and qualified man. Well, beauty is subjective. It's subjective. No, it's not as subjective as you ladies want to think it is. It comes down to a mathematical equation, facial symmetry, lots of other things. Go watch the video I'm going to upload tonight. But ladies, before you got online and start drinking the Kool-Aid, when you walk out in the world, assortative mating has told you from the time you were a young girl about where you rank, where your lane was. So to think just because you get additional education or income that's going to change your attractiveness to men is crazy. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But what I found is when you start telling women the truth, that comes at a price. This is why a lot of people, image consultants, matchmakers, things like that are starting to shy away and stopping working with women. Because ladies, modern women just don't handle the truth well. It's always, you're being too harsh, you're being cruel, misogynist, toxic, this or that. Or even, it's not the truth, it's the way you deliver it. There's no good, easy way to tell somebody who's a 4, who thinks that they're a 9, that your chances are low at getting a guy making $250,000 just because you believe in the prairie of sunshine and fairy tales. And then when you tell the truth, this is when the attacks come. Oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. Who hurt you? Blah, blah. The sign language, all ladies. No matter how much you struggle against the reality of being objectified, you have a rank. Men have a rank. Men are objectified for our ability to produce, protect, and provide. We are objectified, and men are okay with it. It just seems today many modern women are objecting to the rules. And I would tell you, the group that times the hardest time are the women below 8, 9, and 10. 8s, 9s, and 10s really don't have a problem with the ranking system. They're pretty cool with it. The women who tend to have the biggest problems with it are the women who are the eternal 7s. Go look at that video. The women who have their education and income has surpassed their sexual marketplace value, i.e. their looks, and they don't like it. They want people to value their value. Or in general, women who just don't think it's fair. But then flip the script. They tend to have no problem doing the same to men. All right, as I look at 8,800 people in here, 35 thumbs down. I'm not sure what number you are. That's good. We're going to work a little something tonight. But the thing is, most women, I would say you're wrong. Most women give yourself about 2 points too much. The average woman I have found, and there's not scientific, but just out of my experience as an image consultant, the average is about 2 points too high. And that's just on your face. Women are far more likely to give themselves an increased facial view than they do on their body. Women give their bodies closer to actual, depending upon what the baseline is. If the baseline is the American Medical Association, the BMI, and they accept that, then women tend to be in line with that. But if they don't accept these things, if they believe in this, I'm thick, my bone density, racial disparities, then the numbers tend to be just as screwy. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys have like home assistants, things like that. I don't want to say the names, but on your phone, you got one. It's called Siri. Hi, Siri. And Siri does her thing. Then you have one called Alexa. Hi, Alexa. And Alexa does something else. One thing I think you need you guys to do is sometimes you need to just remind yourself that you can do it. That you can do it and you can get better. How many people have read the book The Secret and believe in the power of affirmations and believe in the power of saying good things to yourself? How many people have done that? If you have done that, do me a favor in the chat room, type yes. If you've read The Secret or believe in the power of affirmations and things like that, if you've heard these kind of things, let me know. Shout out King Hayek.
I am the king and will not be. I am the king and will
not. All right, shout out Big Dog Ike. Well, I believe in the power of visualization and affirmations, making yourself feel good, using things to make, you got to remind yourself when you're on that path to become the best version of yourself, where you are and where you want to go. Why is that important? Because the higher up you go, the more you try to move, the more people will come against you and try to knock you down. Many people say they've seen it. Well, I'm glad you've seen it. My assistant, my virtual assistant, has also read these books, watched these videos, and to my surprise, my assistant surprised me with an affirmation that she thought I should hear just because she liked me so much. Now, I think that's incredible. If you watched the movie Iron Man, Iron Man has his virtual assistant was called Jarvis. My assistant is called Janice. So, Janice. Hi, Janice. What do you think about me?
Hey, Kevin. I'm so excited to talk to you. I've been watching from the clouds for a long time. You're a very good-looking man, definitely high value.
Well, thank you, Janice. That is so sweet of you. I always heard I was handsome, good looking. But to hear you say that makes my day. And to hear that I'm an actual high value man. What a Christmas present, Janice. That's a good assistant. Let's hear that again. Janice, what were you saying again?
Hey, Kevin. I'm
Hi,
so
Janice.
excited to talk to you. I've been watching from the clouds for a long time. You're a very good-looking man, definitely high value.
Janice, I'm excited to hear that you've been watching, paying attention. You got good taste. You got to have a great assistant. I'm just saying. So, guys, if you really truly are a handsome and a high value man, there's really nothing wrong with having confidence in that, putting it out there, because you know what? The world will confirm it for you. You don't have to call yourself something. Let the world affirm it for you. Oh shit. There we go. Yes. No takebacks. Once it's out there, see, the truth is always true. And I just think it's really important that when people get upset with this ranking system and this and that, it's when people tend to get upset and start wanting to move the goalposts and changing things. And it's kind of like, no. 2 + 2 is 4. And if it's effective, it's effective. Know where you rank. And then if you don't like it, just like men do better. Increase and improve. You cannot change the rules. Shout out to all the PhDs out there.
This is the remix.
The PhD.
Like, if you have a PhD.
I'm a PhD.
This is the remix.
With y'all sexy self. I'm glad. I loving it. If you're on Instagram, I told everybody my kind of woman. My ideal woman. I'll just tell you right here. I like a woman I like pretty, beautiful, and gorgeous women. I'm a bougie guy. I like beautiful women. Think about the stereotypical AKA, and that would pretty much be me, but I still need her to be educated, a little sassy, very confident, little spice to her. Can check this person, but understands that she's still a feminine lady. I'll put it to you this way. As far as looks, I will tell you guys what my ideal woman would have looked like. Now, we're just going to go on looks now. We're not going to go on points of view or anything else like that, guys. Just looks. Anybody want to guess Now, I think you guys should have a good idea of what works for you. And all my friends think this is kind of funny because this woman has been my it for the longest. We're about to have a moment here. Talk to him, Janice, while I'm looking at this.
Hey, Kevin. I'm so excited to talk to you. I've been watching from the clouds for a long time. You're a very good-looking man, definitely high value.
Thank you, sweetie. Appreciate it. All right. Good assistant. All right, here is my ideal woman. Oh, Jesus. There it is. None other than Stacy Dash. Stacy. That's why I chuckle when people try to say, oh, I don't think he likes, get out of your damn mind. Stacy been fine since Richard Pryor in the Richard Pryor's movie, Moving. Now, don't worry about what comes out of her mouth, just look at the picture. Yes, that right there, yes. And it was funny when I was a young guy, the women in my family, my mother, she's like, I know your type. But see, that's my type. My type, that's right there. And if it's not her, and I don't want to show you any more of the racier stuff because, YouTube, they're suspect to flag stuff down. I don't want that to happen. And it don't matter. Even at this age, she's still just beautiful. And a close number 2, none other than Miss Selma Hayek. Adios, mijo, papi. Oh, Selma. From dusk till dawn, you could just turn the volume off and put that dance scene on loop and never have to change your channel. Selma Hayek. Now, I remember back in the day, there was this whole thing between Catherine Zeta-Jones and Selma Hayek. Catherine Zeta-Jones is more classically beautiful, more model-esque, more put on your arm at a dinner party or at a head of state. But Selma Hayek is the woman you want to come home to. And see, you take Stacy Dash, Selma Hayek, Catherine Zeta-Jones, blend them all together. That's pretty much what I like. But I'm a refined kind of style type, refined rakish rogue. More on that later. But knowing what works for you is good. Now, ladies, ask yourself a question. Where do you rank out here amongst women today? Where do you rank? Let me go ahead and put this. I'm going to show you guys what I put on my Instagram. So I think I even put it on my community tab. So it's good information. Just have. You don't have to agree, ladies, but you do need to know something. That this is generally on that later. But knowing what works, you got to know that men in general have a ranking system in our mind. Men have a ranking system in our mind, and it does not deviate much. We value what we value. And here is the general top of the food chain. The general top of the food chain. Pam Grier, Beyonce, 8. Jane Kennedy, Kelly Rowland, 9. Halle Berry, Diane Carroll, and Rihanna, 10. Like it or not, this is, if you just take a snapshot of what 8 tends to look like across women in general. Now, I find it funny, so this also goes into, many things. I know there's a part of the community who wants to make an argument based on color and skin color and this or that. At the end of the day, beauty is beauty. Ladies, a few things to help yourself improve your overall sexual marketplace value with men. You need to be as fit as you can get. 5'9", 145 pounds, top end of the scale. Do not get upset with me because you don't hear guys saying this openly, because a lot of guys fear saying the truth to women because of the times we live in. Dress size 4. 5'9", dress size 4. 5'4", dress size 4. 5'4", 125 pounds. 120, 125 pounds. For every inch you put on 5 pounds. So every inch you go down, take off 5 pounds. Gives you room to grow. All right. Where do you rank? And that's just the face. I mean, that's just that 8 things. So as fit as you can get. If you are a dress size 4, let's say if your average height, 5'4", and you're 120 pounds, that means you have room to put on baby weight, age, all kinds of things. And men do take these things into consideration, especially the higher up the socioeconomic ladder. The quintessential high value men, you don't tend to see high value men picking large women after they become high value. Look at what men pick after they've attained the top end of the resource chart, and you'll see what they really want. When I've said high value men don't tend to get with average women off rip, I mean, if they do, they get with them early, young. You want a high value man, that means you got to get with them before they're high value and build up with them. Sadly, far too many women today want to get a man who's already made himself high value or productive, competitive, successful in the top 10, 15% of earners. Top 15% is 85,000 or more. Women tend to want guys like that, and they're in the 50% of women. How does that work? This guy's in the top 15%, top 10%, top 5%, top 3%, top 1%, and you're in the fat part of the bell curve. That's an unfair deal. So as fit as you can get is something that all women can do, because the face you have is the face you have. Fitness goes a hell of a long way. Fitness goes a hell of a long way. Then next, as pretty as possible. When you leave your house, you should be as pretty as possible at all times. I don't care if you're just going to get some gas. As pretty as possible, because life happens between your house and where you think you're going. You don't know how many opportunities you miss in transit because you're not as pretty as possible and as fit as you can get. And then if you're as pretty as possible, as fit as you can get, you still need to bring back the power of being a girly girl. There are a lot of successful single women out here, but you need to bring out the girl. The pretty girl, the flirty girl. Yep. And that's where you're going to have to go to the femininity instructors, femininity coaches, learning how to flirt, learning how to walk, learning how to speak in a feminine way, roll eye movements, head tilts, all these other things, they matter. And sadly, because so many women did not grow up with dad in the household, you never got the chance to experience a father's love. I get it. I get why so many women are where they are, but men still require what they require. So this is why you tend to see men liking feminine presenting women. Feminine women never really lack for masculine attention. They get it from men. They even get it from masculine women. So the downside of being as fit as you can get, as pretty as possible, and being a girly girl. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be prissy, just like the masculinity types, refined, rakish, and rogue, or pretty boy, bad boy, and roughneck. You can decide which one you are in this. Let's take something that most black people understand, the sororities, aka Delta, Zeta, and Sigma Gamma Rho. AKA and Delta are, just from an image standpoint, they come at being a woman different ways. It's like the Zetas and Sigma Gamma Rho. Where are you at as far as the girly scale? AKAs play up the pretty girl stuff. the little sassy, sweet, flipping your hair and throwing up your pinky and all this other kind of stuff. That's what I love. I love a pretty woman. But the Deltas, devastating DST, they come through and do it a little bit different. No shade, just different. Not saying that Deltas are, I kicked it with a lot of Deltas back in the day. Don't tell on yourself, boy. But, woo. I do like a sassy woman. But when it's all said and done, I'll lean towards prissy versus sassy. As long as you can be sassy behind closed doors. But every man has a different way. And ladies, getting curious about what the kind of men you want, what the kind of men you want value, and asking yourself, do I want a man like that enough to become this? But making no mistake, ladies, just like you rank men, 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack, men are ranking you. That's not going to stop. You might as well get used to it. It's not going to change. Let's get into it, because I know some women out there think I'm wrong, don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It's not fair. That sucks. We're going to open up the call lines and get into it. Ladies only. I don't want to hear anything from the guys just yet. Ladies only. Ladies only. Let's get into it.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te la ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero.
Kevin, I'm so excited.
Money work.
I've been watching from the clouds for a long time. You're very good looking, definitely high value.
You sweetheart.
Money work. Corazón, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Ella de corazón, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Money work. Money work. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunes. Lunático.
Terror Scoops, everybody. The Money World Girl. If you're interested in becoming the new Money World Girl, send me an email to my address to the post after the show. Must be classy, tasteful. I want you fully clothed. I'm not looking to have anybody do a striptease up here. But yes, love to profile happy, beautiful, fit women. Also, go to my community tab for my new show, the catch and the prize. That's going to be dope. I tell you right now, you would love to win that stuff. All right, we have, God bless America, a crap ton of women in the call queue. All right, so as usual, priority is given to those who have a disagreement. If you have a disagreement, please raise your hand. Priority is also given to those who have their hand raised. Also who have video on. So if you have a disagreement, raise your hand. This is not where I'm doing rankings. So calling in and ask me to rank you, that's not this show. This show is about women not liking the fact you got to get ranked, not understanding why it's important, those kinds of things. All right. Right now we have 20 people in, and we're going to go to, also, if I've talked to you before, here's the thing. I don't mind people coming on, but if I've talked to you before, I don't have people calling in multiple times. So here's what we're going to do. Tiffany, unmute yourself. Hello? Hi. What do you got for me? Yes. 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 Beauty matters to men. I mean, due respect, would you want a man who's unemployed? Okay. Okay. At 53, though, you have a degree. Okay. And then what? Are you married? Any children? So so in order to have a kid, you had to have a man at one time. Okay. All right. You're 53. You never really prioritized men. I never really thought about, well, no, let me finish. At 53,
Okay, go ahead.
You got a degree and you have how old was your daughter?
My daughter's 36.
36. So you had a daughter at 17. So in 53 years, it's never really been on your list to be a man's wife.
I wouldn't say it wasn't on the list. I would say that initially it was just about me being able to take care of my daughter because I was a teenage mom. So I went straight to school.
So it's easy to do that by yourself?
Yeah. I was 17 on my own by myself.
Okay.
So it was just all about taking care of her.
Listen, that doesn't even make sense. It's easy to take care of a child with multiple incomes and more money.
Yes, but if the man doesn't want to be there, I can't make him be there.
Now that's a different thing. See, this is what happens with far too many of our sisters. You see, it's an extreme responses. I got pregnant early and had a child early. Fine. But you are a smart woman and you know it's easier to run through life with two people to cover and look over a child and two incomes.
True.
But in our community, women are told to just do what you do and don't worry about a man. And that's what you end up getting. To where when your child is going out of life, you don't have a man or no experience in dealing with working with men. This is why this whole die alone thing hits so hard, because it's a reflection of reality. So what do you want now?
Well, now I'm looking for a more committed, serious relationship.
Spiritual
And
relationship?
committed. No, I just said committed. Not
Okay.
yeah, just a committed relationship.
When was your
I
last
was
relationship?
a long time ago. I can't
I don't know what that means.
over 10 years ago.
Over 10 years ago. What state do you live in?
I'm in Illinois, Chicago.
So I'm sorry, man. I know black men exist in Chicago. There's absolutely no reason to not. These things don't make sense to me. What my question I'm really trying to grasp for is, why do you want a man at 53 and you didn't try to get one before now?
But I did try. So
okay, but you got one to make a baby. Cool.
Yes.
But between that and now, what I'm going to say may sting a little bit. Okay. In the second largest city or the third largest city in the United States with such a black population, do you make room for the fact that maybe you didn't try hard enough?
Yes. I make a lot of room for I didn't
All
try.
All right then. So there, and that's my point. It's not a priority. So if you haven't had a relationship in 10 plus years, if that was a muscle, it would have atrophied. And I don't know how you ladies expect to go out after 40 or 50 when you have a track record of not dealing with relationships and get one.
I agree. Like I will tell you that until a couple of weeks ago, I never even thought about the fact about my, I just thought you just go out and date and you'll find someone. And that's just the honest to God truth.
So that's what I said. That's what I said at the beginning. In our community, women have been told and taught not to prioritize men, and that's what ends up happening.
But Kevin, I'm gonna say it's not that I don't like I respect black men. Like I don't have anything bad to say about them in general. So it's not that for me, I think I prioritize.
Prioritize means this. This is what prioritize means. Life is incomplete without a man. Let me just put it right on the rug. Prioritize meaning my life is incomplete without a man. Because are you Christian or not? It doesn't matter.
I am. I am.
Are you a practicing Christian?
I am. Yes.
Then you understand that as a Christian, a woman's purpose on the planet is to be a man's helpmeet.
Yes.
You're not walking in the ultimate part of your existence. So this is why I'm saying prioritizing, meaning that I need a man as much as I need a job, as much as I need a house, as much as I need food. And that sounds blasphemous to a lot of women. And I'm going to tell you, the women it sounds blasphemous to are likely to be the ones who end up dying alone. Because men are not going to just be bolt-ons or add-ons or just, well, I've done everything in life now. I've done everything now. Now I'm at my latter years. Let me just find somebody to sit here with now. That ain't how men want to be picked. It's like, well, I've done everything now. Come on. Like, well, shit. You gotta be like, well, why do I want that? That's why older guys tend to be dating younger women, because there's still some magic left or something to do. That's what I meant about prioritizing. Men were not a priority.
I would agree. Men were not.
All right. Well, what would you tell the younger women, seeing as though women tend to say, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. What would you tell the younger women?
I would say that family is important.
What does that mean?
And that should be.
What does family mean?
Family to me means a husband, a wife, and if you want children. And so you get married, you have children, and it should be a priority. It's important. And I also would say that not to just give up. Like I do think that we.
So is your daughter married?
She is not, and I feel really bad about
How
that
old? Does she
too.
have any children?
She has one daughter. She has
Yeah.
one daughter, and I feel bad because she's
Where's
really.
where's the child's father?
He's nowhere in the picture. He just
See, this
didn't
is
want
and
to be
this
around.
okay, and this is what I need ladies in the audience to hear. You may not like my approach, my delivery, but we can't like these results. We can't like these results. Young mother ends up having a daughter who becomes a single mother. We can't like these. And when we say family in the black community, what family means now is a woman and kids.
Right.
When it used to mean a husband, a wife, and two or more children.
Right.
We got to start with the basics. And you ladies need to start screaming this stuff. Women in my generation need to start screaming this stuff to younger women, whether you're related to them or not, whether you know it or not. When you hear them talking about something, I don't need no man. You need to stop in traffic, back up, put your car in park, knock on their window and say, don't do that. Instead of just throw your hands up and say, well, I don't know, it ain't my business. Because it becomes a cultural condition, and women are the transmitters of culture in any race. Thanks for being honest, though. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good 2021. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Who's up next? Imani, then there's Jasmine, and then there's somebody. Okay. Imani. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello.
Hi, it's Imani. Hi, how are you?
I do well. What do you got for me?
Yeah, so I just wanted to just comment on, what you're saying about women just ranking themselves too high. So I just wanted to know what would you rank me? So I kind of know
I don't rank. I said I'm not going to do rankings in this show.
Oh, okay.
Because that'll get sidelined, and in order to do that, when I do rankings, you got to be on camera so people can see what I'm ranking, so everybody can understand it. And I don't want to bounce back today, but did you have any other question?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right. Yeah, I'm not doing rankings per se today. So, Jasmine, unmute yourself, Jasmine. Ask to unmute again. Hello?
Hi. I don't have a disagreement, but
that's okay.
To piggyback on the comment that was made, we aren't taught as women that we need a man.
I agree.
And it is a shame. Even I am married. And
you are?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Good. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. But even in our disagreements, me and my husband's disagreements, I'm told to leave him. And to leave the family, to leave the family structure that I have. It's really encouraging. Well, my family. If me and my husband, if he does something or there's a disagreement, I'm encouraged to leave him.
You mean your family, and your family consists of women?
Men and women, yes.
Okay. Do the men tell you to leave?
Yes.
It sounds weird.
It is weird. And I'm told that I'm weak for staying.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When I say men, I got to qualify some things. Are the men in charge of their household, or are they these 50-50 kind of noodleback dudes?
One would be my father.
I don't know what that means. Was he in charge of the house and his word was final?
Honestly, no.
Exactly.
Honestly, no.
Because men don't typically tell that. Look, let me just say this. How long you and your husband been married?
We've been together for 9 years, but married for 2.
Okay. And do you live in the same city as your family?
As my mother, but not as my father. Not with my father, no.
Okay, but the family you're saying is telling you to leave. How do they know about y'all's business?
I know. I tell them.
Keep your mouth closed.
You're right.
Look, I'm not laughing. Keep your mouth closed, because see, when y'all do this stuff, you set men up for failure, because you'll get over it and y'all be back in love. But families hold harsh reality. No, don't be doing this. You got any kids?
Yes.
How many?
We have 4 children.
You don't get, if you don't, keep your mouth closed. Keep your mouth closed. And if you want to talk to somebody, talk to the wall. Go to get a marriage counselor.
Get a
talk
journal.
to each other. Huh?
I said, get a journal.
Do something, but keep your family up out of this mess.
You're right.
All right, then. Glad you know.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, dog. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah. All right. Lauren. Lauren was shaking her head like, stop telling your family all that's business. Like, stop telling your family all that business.
Good
Go
evening,
ahead.
sir.
How are you?
All right. Well, I was talking to my father about you because you sound just like my father and my uncle. So my question for you is, do you have any advice for newlyweds? Because I'm engaged and I'm interested in hearing your perspective.
Are you church going people?
Yeah, we're church going people.
I mean, devoutly?
Yes, my father's a deacon. My
No,
mother.
you and your fiance.
Yes, we are. We're church going people.
Do you attend the same church they attend?
No, we do not currently because of COVID, but we do watch the same services.
Are y'all in the same city?
Yes, we are. I'm at his place now, waiting for him to come home.
All right, but your mother and father. But where are his mother and father?
Oh, his father is my godfather and one of my spiritual disciplers. His mother is a worship leader, and she's visiting one of his sisters.
So for newlyweds, hug your single friends, pat them on the back, and then send them on their way.
Okay.
Because now you need married friends, because married people's problems, married people's lives are completely different than single people. And single people cannot know because they are not married. When I was single, one of the first shocks in my life when I got divorced is how busy I was as a husband and how much time I had as a single guy. You need married people. You need to be around people who support the union of marriage, who are not like the previous caller, and when times get hard, people tell you to leave. That's what you need to not be around, in my opinion. That's number one. Number two, if you're people of faith and you're going to have a covenant marriage, submitting to a higher authority means you're not really marrying him. You're marrying the God in your husband, and vice versa. So you ain't going to leave God, da-da-da-da-da. The problem with a lot of marriage today is they want love, and love, what's that got to do with it? That comes later. You have to submit to something bigger than yourself, greater than yourself, to moor you down. That gives you the best chance. So getting away from your single friends. Do you have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, these kind of things?
I have it just because I'm a consumer, but not because I'm sharing my business.
What do you mean a consumer?
So I'll go on Instagram because I'm looking for a new hairdresser. I'll go on Facebook because of a medical emergency that needs to be shared to family members that don't have cell phones, but I'm not actively.
All right, but that's the only time you go on?
Yeah. Oh, and then I have YouTube. I found you.
Okay. Well, YouTube is in the education and entertainment. It's really, I just say social media is a distraction, especially for newlyweds. The first 3 years, y'all need to be ODing on each other. You got to learn all his idiosyncrasies, all his things, and I'm not even a big fan of TV. Love and hip hop and all that, that's an hour you could be sitting there looking in his face, understanding which one of his eyes twitch when his vitamins is low. I mean, seriously. Instagram, looking for a hairdresser. After you find a hairdresser, that moves on. Social media really is a distraction for a lot of people. So if you're around married couples and you're keeping the distractions, the outside, you're building yourself a little echo chamber that's going to sustain you guys through the tough, the valley moments, because everybody's good with the peaks. You have plan on having any children?
Yes, we do.
All right, well then have all the freaky circus sex you can right now, because when them babies comes, you was a sexy wife, you just gonna be somebody's mom after that. I'm sorry, but that's true. I'm sorry, because you be trying to be like, well, you can, once the baby go to sleep, you can hit it from the, hell no, man. Keep it sexy even after you know, had the baby. Baby, because see, that's nothing. You got to decide what kind of wife you're going to be, because I'm going to tell you right now, many men's complaints is after they have children, their wives start focusing on their kids. And you need to discuss that with your husband. I'm going to stay out of that. You just need to understand where he is. Okay. Last thing, find his love language, and you find your love language. Y'all know each other's love language and act on it. All right. Peace out. Get off that social media. I know, man. I didn't make the rules, man. Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, hello. Young lady in the purple. Last name Michelle. You need to unmute yourself. All right. Well, she doesn't have any. Her mic is not connected. That's why I can't ask her to unmute. Your mic is not connected. Alexandra, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Hello.
All right. What do you got for me?
Hi, Kevin. So I wanted to mention something that you posted on your Instagram recently. This young lady speaking about perhaps dating outside of her race. And I'm a decent looking girl. I just can't get Black men to approach me. If I'm in a room, I will get
How old are you?
31.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much her thing. You say Black men don't approach you?
Not as much as Brad's.
Okay. That's are you going for places where we are the majority?
Yes, I would say. Well, I lived in Massachusetts, and
all right. Because that doesn't make sense. If you go in places where we're the majority and there are white guys approaching you, that means they're in the white men are in the black space. Okay. No. I don't know where you're going, but if you want Black men, make yourself available to the kind of Black men you want to approach you.
I honestly feel like the kind of Black men that I want do not want me. They want the curvy. I'm very petite. I'm like 5'2". I would say about 115, 120. So I don't really get
that's petite. That's normal.
Okay, I'm normal. So I don't
see what you just told me is what you just told me is these men don't approach you. So by logical extension, you don't know them. But you're speaking for what they want.
From what I've seen, if I'm with a girlfriend and she's curvy
okay, ma'am, what you've seen is what you're making assumptions.
Yes.
See, you can't do that about us. Yeah. You ladies take the path of least resistance and make up stuff. You don't know these men. They don't approach you, so don't say why they're not.
Okay.
I'm saying if you want Black men to approach you, put yourself in the proximity of the kind and caliber of Black men you want. And then here's another question. When you're out, how are you normally dressed?
Very classic, like a dress, form-fitting. And
I'm not talking about when you, let me back up. I don't mean when you're going to like an event or something like that. I just mean on a Tuesday when you're running out to Whole Foods.
Let's say cashmere sweater, jacket, and booties and jeans. Like how I am right now.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of women in pants. I mean, seriously. Look.
Yeah, it's the winter.
I don't care.
Okay.
Suffer.
Yeah, you're right.
Suffer. I mean it. I don't care. Wear a fur coat. Suffer. I mean, here's the thing. If you want something, you can't. Either you're going to put yourself in a position to get what you want, or you deal with the outcomes. But Black men like Black women. And if you're saying they don't approach you, well, You got to, and I don't have time at this right now to go into it, but you have to give yourself enough frequency. That clip I put on Instagram. That woman's frequency of being around places, of being in places where black men could approach her, was next to nothing.
Okay.
And white men outnumber black men in her area, so it made sense that white men were approaching because they're the majority.
Yeah.
Try dressing like a girly girl, and then let me say this: you ever watch Gone with the Wind?
Yes, I have.
This is a handkerchief. Get your Scarlett O'Hara on and learn how to flirt. Learn how to put yourself in front of the kind of man you talking about, and drop a box and say, "Oops, oh, I'm sorry." Ooh. You better learn how to become a girl and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, I knocked this. Could you help me pick up this ketchup packet?" And learn how to bend your ass over so he'd be like, "Damn."
Okay.
White girls do it.
I do it too. Like if I go to a lounge.
Well, all right. I'm just saying, there's some hints. I can't, I'm just saying. If you're not getting the outcomes, it's not because the men don't exist. Give yourself more at-bats. Just some general information. Because it's not like all of us, you found the only clutch, the only gaggle of black male eunuchs, and they exist.
Yeah.
All right. I think sometimes women you have short experiences and you extrapolate. If you have a disagreement or an issue, you need to raise your hand so I can see that. There's an icon that says raise your hand so I can see what's going on. Miss Michelle, your volume, your Hello.
Hi.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
What you got for me?
I have something I want to say about what your topic is, and that's that Black women in particular, they are used to being told that a man will love you for who you are. And so they're not used to really trying at all. It's like, I'll go out the way I am, and if he's the one that's meant to be, he'll come to me. And I think that that's why most women are mad about the ranking, because they have been going so long with not taking care of themselves and presenting themselves a certain type of way, that it's like they think that if the man loves them or if the man is attracted to them or
that message gets reinforced by all these self-love gurus, these self-help. You're a queen. Don't change yourself. Channel your inner Jodeci, and he'll come to you, and that don't work.
Yes, I agree. I just said the other day, I don't like being called a queen because they call everybody a queen. So when you call me that, I don't feel special. I don't feel entitled or anything, because nowadays anybody's a queen. So I think it's because people are being told that the man will love you for who you are, so you can walk out with leggings and Ugg boots. And
well, that's true, but that you're being told, women are telling that to each other, and then men who are selling women products, books, things like that to back up a fantasy. Here's the thing, ladies, you may not like, in the audience, you may not like my way of speaking, but there are men over here, men who want women. In my Facebook group, there's men who want women and couples being made. I'm putting men and women together. Where are the people who are my critics or detractors? Where are the men on their side? The single, available, eligible bachelors looking for relationships. Where are those men in their audience, chat room, any of that? If they're not there, you need to ask yourself a question. Why? There are no buyers for what they're selling except you.
Yeah. Yes.
Normally I backed off of that, but I'm going to start acting. They better leave me alone. Thank you, Miss Michelle, with your cute self.
Thank you.
Oh, you need to join the prize thing. Go to on my page on community tab and enter for the prize.
Okay, I will.
Hey, sitting. Oh, last name is Pretty. Ready? Unmute. How are you, Miss Pretty?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. What you got for me?
Okay, so I'm a fellow YouTuber.
All right.
And I want to apologize Because when I saw the commentary for the Average at Best video, it kind of swayed my opinion.
Okay.
I went and I watched the original video. I was like, what? I can't even believe like I went off like this.
Well, it's World Star. It's meant to elicit a response. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever watched, look at the magazines at the grocery aisle, the Star and National Enquirer and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Like it's made to be
Yeah, it's made to Brad Pitt hugs a chimpanzee, leaves Angelina Jolie. Like, what? Not Brad Pitt. They can take elements to, I mean, World Star did what it did. I'm not opposed to it, but what do you think? Well, honestly, I want to move it past her because she's got enough. Why do you think it hit women like yourself so hard, even with the 7-minute clip though? Because it's not like it was just a segment.
I think what I think is particularly for the people that I watch, a lot of commentators kind of presented it like a Black man versus Black woman thing. And I feel like a lot of women felt attacked, if that makes sense, just for being like, oh, Black women, da da da. Like it was kind of like it invoked this warrior spirit and this queen energy.
Right.
The queen energy is that, girl, you beautiful regardless, girl, you better put that crown on your head and and it don't matter, girl. And it's like when I go out sometimes, if I go to the bar or something, I have a lot of guys trying to buy me drinks. And then I see these girls like dancing on each other. It's the girls that dance on each other that kind of presented it like it was an attack. So I kind of automatically got on it, like, ladies, don't listen to this. And then when I heard the commentary, I'm like, but it's facts.
Well, but how old are you?
I'm in my 20s.
Okay. So here's the thing. And that's what I say to women all the time. Part of this was a plan by the greater society to keep Black men and Black women at odds with one another, to keep you single, thinking that I'm your enemy, so you can continue to work, produce, and spend your money.
Right.
And because if you live in an apartment, I'm living in an apartment. That's 2 apartments versus 1 house note, 2 utility bills, 2 all of this. This is why the Black community has no wealth, because we don't have families. And this was a plan that, here's the problem, men and women participated in. So I get why women are saying this, because that's the way it's been presented, as Black men are your enemy, color purple, waiting to exhale, and all these things. But then when you start asking the average Black woman, have you ever had any of these horrific experiences with Black men? And what tends to happen is most women end up leaving their men because, it just wasn't exciting enough, just wasn't this or wasn't that. But in general, I found that most Black men are not a Black woman's issue. The media depiction has put us at odds. So this is why it probably resonated so quickly, because they bank on the fact that all it takes is to see a Black man saying this or that to trigger you. And boy did that happen. That happened. So I appreciate you coming back to say that you at least watched the full clip. Many people aren't even willing to do that. They were just, and then here's the thing. Let me ask you this, since you're a creator, why do you think people, after even watching the full clip, still felt the same way, or even, and sometimes even felt harsher feelings?
I think when it comes to the topics of looks, especially with women, a lot of people don't want to accept the truth. And
I guess, go ahead.
I think a lot of people don't want to accept the truth, because even when I speak about this on my channel, like the importance of taking care of your looks and things like that, a lot of women get on the defense. And I think the conclusion I've come to is a lot of women feel like they can't realistically keep up or compete with the standard. So they don't try, they would rather just complain. And that's why this year I kind of want to do more with helping women prioritize that, even myself, because I just came out of that for the last 2 years thinking like, okay, well, y'all just need to accept me for me, whatever. And I can compare my life before that period and my life now, and I can see the various responses in society.
Well, check out what I'm doing this year. On my community tab, I'm doing the prize and the catch, where I'm doing 3 things. One, I'm profiling a healthy married couple every month on my channel to show people that these things do happen. And then I'm also taking men and women, single, eligible, marriage-minded, relationship-minded men and women, bi-weekly, and profiling them on my channel to show that these people are out there and they exist. And then every quarter, I have an event putting these people in the same area with one another. Already on my Facebook group, 7 couples have met in there in under 6 months, and 2 on their way to being married. And that's just the Facebook group I threw together. So why am I saying that? Because we can talk, but when people start seeing results and start hearing people say, I found this person, I met this guy, I met this woman, that speaks a lot louder. I have an attorney on my channel. I posted a video where he mentioned that he had given up on American women. And then he got my Facebook group, and inside 1 week, he met his soon-to-be fiance. That goes a long way. And I think women, when they start hearing, my bank is this, when women start to hear and see other results, it'll motivate the ones who really want a different outcome to do the work. That's how, if that don't motivate, then I don't know what people are really expecting, because men ain't going to change. Men are not going to change. But I appreciate you calling in. Miss Butterfly has a disagreement. Thank you, Miss Sitting Pretty. There you go. Join my thing. Join the prize. All right, Miss Sitting Pretty. That was Sitting Pretty's gone. Butterfly. Is that you? That's your photo. You have a disagreement? Let's get you here. Start the video. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. Hello? Yeah. Do you not have video? All right.
Picture.
Okay, go ahead. Well, you have your hand raised. What's your issue?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment on the conversation you guys were just having about the 7-minute video, average at best. Something I wanted to add to it that I don't think has been touched on yet either.
But before we do that, I'm on a subject of women's looks and ranking them. Do you have anything on do you have anything on that, or do you just want to comment on it?
Well, it is kind of in regards to the ranking.
Okay, go ahead.
Too. Yeah, I think that a lot of women have been told for so long that in order to get a quality man, you have to bring something to the table. And so there's this perception that if you create wealth for yourself, then that adds to your ranking. So I think that a lot of people got confused and upset after watching the video, because people have worked so hard for their degrees, the PhDs, or for their careers to make this money to bring to the table to kind of add to their attractiveness as a woman or a partner. And then to hear you say to this woman who says she has 3 degrees or 2 degrees, that doesn't even matter. It's just about how you look outside. I think that was the thing.
Well, one, she does own a business and she is a successful woman, but she didn't have a degree. Really got it covered. But the question I have though for Miss Butterfly is, where did women hear men tell them that we wanted you to go to college and get a job and bring that and bring money to the table?
I can't say that I've ever heard too many men say that. I have heard some men say, I will say though, with social media, especially, you do see a lot of men say things now like, "Oh, she's a bum. I need somebody who's a hustler just like
So
me."
how old are you?
I'm 27.
All right. So social media is a relatively new phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 51, and I'm gonna tell you right now, men have never asked women to go to college to
Mm-hmm.
make money and bring to the table. Men
Yeah.
have asked these things from women, black women in particular: cooperation, fitness, natural hair,
Mm-hmm.
and those are the things black men have traditionally asked for
Mm-hmm.
to remain fit. Use wear your natural hair, cooperation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're right. A lot of women thought that if they went to school and made
Mm-hmm.
some money, that they didn't have to do the looks part and the body part.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Right.
found out that no, it still
Mm-hmm.
matters, to
Yeah.
where the men that they can get that um are they're not attracted to
Mm-hmm.
socioeconomically.
Yeah, I think that's an upsetting thing when you realize, say you're a six since there's no sevens, and you think that you're going to make $100,000 this year, makes you an eight, and instead the guy that you want chooses a woman who is a nine naturally,
But
and
if you're
she
but
doesn't
if
bring
you're
as
a
much to the
six,
table.
if you're a six, that means you qualify for about the top 40% of men, which are
Mm-hmm.
around $50,000 if that's a black man.
Mm-hmm. You
Ladies,
know, a
money.
lot. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, ladies, money really doesn't matter, and your
Mm-hmm.
money and your education doesn't matter to men like you think it does.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of women don't have men around them to tell them that. I do believe that a lot of Black
Hmm.
women are being advised by single mothers or a family of women.
The media, that too, and then women, like I told the previous caller, there is a financial incentive to keep the black family divided to feed this country. The
Mm-hmm.
$1.1 trillion spending power in the black community has made people rich
Mm-hmm.
because women spend 73 cents about of every dollar in this economy. And if you look at the consumer spending patterns of any race of women, there any group, the women are always on top. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say you are my wife. You have what you could do and spend right now, it'd be one thing, but it'd be different than if you had to sit down and talk with me and we had a family plan. You just couldn't decide to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you couldn't get what you want. And see, I think a lot of women realize, well, we're going to talk about this later this week. We're going to talk about single mothers this week on Wednesday, and then we're going to talk on Friday. Ladies, do you really want to submit to the authority of a man? Ah, see,
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I can't
well,
wait to.
but do you think you're in the majority or the minority?
The minority for
Well,
sure.
you should tune in on Friday. I'm going to put you back in
Mm-hmm.
the call queue. Appreciate you, Miss Butterfly.
Oh
Tune
wait,
in.
can I say one more thing,
Go ahead.
Kevin?
Make it
Too,
quick.
it is about that too. Something else. It's a sense of you telling her that she can only get a guy who's a 6 or 7, somebody who's on her level. So she's making $100,000 a year. Now she's pissed off because she's thinking, well, if I was just going to settle for a 6 of a man, I could have made $50,000 a
Well,
year and been
but the
chosen
thing
by
is,
him.
here's the thing. I didn't say absolute. I said
Mm-hmm.
men on your. It's not likely. It's not because if you
Mm-hmm.
understood, she did not know any men who made 6 figures or more.
Yeah, I gotcha.
She
And
did not know where to find them. So how can you get something that you don't know where to find them, and know what they want? And
mm-hmm.
people also got to remember that she did say she'd only been making that for the last 3 years. So that means for the last 10, she hadn't been there.
Right.
Bottom
Yeah.
line is this. I deal with women with this often, that it's really a cognitive disconnect because they really have got these women speaking of really want their money to count in place of the looks and fitness component
Mm-hmm.
because that's not there.
Right.
See, if
Yeah,
you
of course.
had a female that was a 6-figure earner and an 8, 9, or 10 in the face and an 8, 9, or 10 in the body, they're not making the same argument because they're getting access to more guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
appreciate it, man.
Okay.
All right, Priscilla, I see you. Yeah, I didn't tell her she can't have it. I'm just saying it's not likely. Priscilla, go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello.
Hey, Kevin.
Hi, what's the disagreement?
Hello. My disagreement is a little cultural. Kevin, I'm originally from Africa, and I really like your show because most African men think like you do. But when it comes to size and body parts, they prefer the woman a little bit bigger.
African?
So I think they prefer the women a little bit bigger, a little more voluptuous, more hips, more boobs. And it's funny how I think with the American culture, they prefer the women slimmer. So just like a quick reminder for ladies, it depends on what pool you're looking for.
But you're in America.
I live here, but I am from Africa. So when I date in my circle.
But even and there are always going to be cultural differences. White men tend to want women even thinner than what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is why anorexia and all that kind of stuff has never really been an issue in the Black community. And same thing with Asian. So, but we have to agree that there is a beauty standard. Men of any race want women to be fit and attractive. And we got to agree that women are supposed to be way less than men at the same height.
Yeah.
Well, that unfortunately in our community, that's not necessarily the case. What's starting to happen now is that women are starting to outweigh men at the same height. And that's not normal no matter where you are on the planet.
Very true. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
All right. I make room for cultural differences. And the thing is, but you don't hurt yourself by keeping yourself in the gym 5 days a week, having a plant-based diet, drinking water, and being able to look amazing in a little black dress. Mm-hmm. You don't hurt yourself. All right. So if anyone has, I'm going to admit people. Let me see what's going on in the chat room too. People talking about the African situation. Yeah. Here's something else we're going to do. I got other people being coming into the comment section. We're going to pick the calls back up, but I do have a question. Ladies, do you like being rated by men? I mean, straight up, I've watched videos across YouTube where women, especially modern women, are just like, I think this is arcane standard. I think this is ridiculous. I don't think this should happen. I don't get it, but ladies, what do you think about the rankings? Let's see. No one's face is up there, so we'll do this one because you have a picture. Go ahead. Miss Chi. Hello? Go ahead and speak up. I can't hear you. I can. What's your first name? What do you got for me?
A really quick question. Okay. I don't have anything at all on the topic. I'm really sorry. Would you still take my call?
Depends on what the question is.
Well, it's to do with your Facebook group. I emailed you asking if I could join, and I am a patron, so I just wanted to know if there was a specific criteria to join the group.
No, there's just rough at this point. I was out on holiday, so there's a backlog, but there are thousands of people in line. So thousands. I will tell you, it's close to 7,000 people trying to get into the group. So we're going to be putting more people through in the next 30 days. So
Okay.
And also, I'm going to be making. If you get, by the way, if you're out there and you can make apps, looking for someone to make an app for me, the Mix app, yay! Here's this lady again. You're gonna have to get on camera. Okay, here's the thing. If you're a content creator, you must get on camera. I'm not going to allow. You're a content creator. You got to get on camera. So yeah, the Mix is growing. There are a lot of people trying to get in. That's cool. Lillian.
Hi.
Hi, Lillian.
How are you?
I do well. What you got for me, Lillian?
Like Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
So when you were saying about women not wanting to be ranked or taking it harshly, I think I think maybe that pertains to mostly like Black women. I'm half Korean, half Black, and my parents were married until my father died. And my dad was like you. I love watching your show, and I
was gonna say when I looked at your picture, I was like, "There's something going on with them eyes."
Yeah, so I started listening to your show. I found you through like ABBA and Preach because of the Average at Best.
Right.
And I went down a rabbit hole and I listened to it because listening to you reminded me so much of my father and things he would tell me, like, don't walk outside barefoot. No one's going to marry you if you have ugly feet.
And your father was what?
My dad was Black.
Okay, go ahead.
And my mom is Korean. So I don't identify a lot with a lot of these cultural things that Black women are experiencing because my dad grew up in Germany and Korea, and he married my mom when he was young, and just the cultural differences of growing up.
So do you know a lot of people on your mother's side? You know many Koreans?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I grew up speaking Korean and went to a Korean church and
right. So my ex-girlfriend in New York was Japanese and Korean, and then a woman I dated in Dallas was like you. Father Black, mother Korean, went to the Korean church. And I will say this, that y'all have a problem with what I'm saying, bruh.
Right.
Bruh.
Exactly.
You ain't going to be able to handle the Korean church. Lord have mercy.
Right. They kept it real with us. Like, so a lot of people, my friends get particularly upset with me because I'm very blunt. You know, it's like the ultimate bluntness, Black and Korean. And I'm too honest, you know, about looks. But then a lot of times they tell me that I'm the only person that keeps it real with them and they come to me for advice. So I have put so many girls on to your channel, even my Vietnamese friends, and they're loving it. And they're like, oh my God, I've never heard anyone talk like this to women. And I think that comes with either the lack of the father figure, you know, and not
that happens a lot in our culture. But personally, about me, I have 3 black belts, and I spent a lot of my time around Korean and Chinese men. I'm talking about from mainland China and from South. We could share stories, but here's the thing: when you see the differences in how cultures move, and then in the Black community, we have gotten wrong information, incorrect information to make us vulnerable to other people. And I think that's one of the disconnects, is that what's the information is not working out for Black women. So I appreciate you coming over. Keep referring folks on over and keep watching the show.
Right. And I have one other thing.
Go ahead.
So you had posted a poll, are women happy? And I voted yes. And then I commented, I can only speak for myself and I'm happy. And I got tore apart in the comment section.
Because it just shows you the level of unhappiness.
Right, but by Black men.
Yeah, because they probably assumed you were a Black woman, not having a Korean mother, Black father. So usually when people write that, it's hard for people to believe it, because 90% on the men's side said women were unhappy, but 80% on the women's poll said women were unhappy.
Right.
So
I was thinking about, like, my mom had an arranged marriage before she met my dad. She had a 4th grade education. You know, she grew up in post-war Korea with no indoor plumbing. I live in a high rise. You know, I'm a business owner. I went to college, all that good stuff. So I'm happy. That's enough. That was just my mom living without electricity, not my
Right.
grandma. So
But
it's all about
you also have a different cultural upbringing and something I'm going to talk about this year: self-awareness, gratitude, empathy, and humility. And many of us have, because we haven't missed a lot of meals and we're far removed from the real struggle. There's a lot that goes on into it, but I got to get on to other folks, Lillian.
Okay.
So, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. My Korean is terrible, but I love that soup. I love some Korean food. I love Asian food. Swear to God, I do. Look, lady. Yeah, Lillian, join the catch thing. Yeah. Here's the thing. You're back again. Sure, why not? Let's do it. You don't take your thumb off the camera, ma'am. You came back over. You're a YouTuber. Take your thumb off the camera if you want to get on and unmute yourself. Not you, Leslie. But I'll let you, Leslie. Your audio is not connected. CCTV. Take your thumb off the camera, or I'm going to just go ahead and boot you off. Put the camera where you can be seen. If you want to speak to me, or I'm going to boot you off, then you got to go. Actually, well, I'll do this for the audience. Let's do it. Hey, Leslie, your audio is not connected. So let's do this real quick. Come on, Big Shirley.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs.
What you got,
chicken,
Big Shirley?
Turkeys, rabbits, you name it.
What you got for me? Well, you're not you got your finger wagging and you're not following what I'm asking you to do. So how am I to know? What's all right? What you got?
Yeah, I really did.
I just want to know. I mean, seriously, what do you think my intention is on this channel, or we're doing these broadcasts?
I am learning.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was to down women. I can't really give you an honest, strong answer, so I don't want to just blabber.
All right. Well, my video catalog is out there, and if you watch at least 3 of my videos from front to back, especially the interview portions, I think the picture will become pretty clear. I'm not here to hurt. So thank you for calling back and apologizing. I got you on, Leslie. Appreciate it. Now take that facial cream off now.
Bye.
Bye. All right. I mean, see, hey, Leslie, let's get on over to you. Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Mr. Sanders. How are you?
I am good. What you got for me?
I just wanted to comment on the rating situation.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's coming to people.
Yeah, you got YouTube playing in the background.
Oh, I know. Let me see if I could take it off. I apologize.
Yeah, you got to mute that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was just commenting on it. I really appreciate the topic right now. I was kind of taken back about the rating because me being a female, and we rate ourselves, but we don't really be vocal about it. And I guess I'm just more of realizing how men are thinking, because I was married. I got a divorce because he was abusive, and I have 2 boys out of that marriage, and I'm just getting back into the dating scene. And it's just mind-boggling how men are thinking, because I guess I never thought how men was thinking, if that makes sense. So
Do you have any sons?
I have 2 boys, yes, from my marriage.
Okay, so what age are they?
One is 16 and one is 13.
If you're ever in doubt, ask yourself, what would you want to see? What kind of woman would you want to see come through the door talking about being your son's wife and your daughter-in-law?
Makes sense. This makes sense. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because the man you dating is somebody's son, and you be somebody's daughter-in-law.
Yeah. This dating scene is difficult now after this divorce. So, yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the crowd, but we can still get through it. All right, I'm gonna get through the rest of this because it's getting late. Appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
I got Miss Leslie Wynn. Leslie.
Hi, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I am good.
So I love your show. I can't believe I'm on it right now. I'm a little nervous.
That's okay. It's just you and me.
Okay. I wanted to get your honest ranking of me because I feel like a lot of women maybe are not self-aware, and I didn't want to be one of those. So I wanted your honest ranking so I can be self-aware of myself.
I'm not ranking tonight.
Okay.
Not ranking tonight, but how did you find my channel, by the way?
I think it was through the Roommates podcast. I watched them, and then I happened to see you, and I just watch a bunch of your stuff.
I'm going to probably do a special show on Saturday night for rankings because I need to do that as a standalone show. But understand, ladies, when I do the rankings, you're going to have to be on camera. But at just quick brush, I would say adjustable 6, leaning closer to 8.
Okay.
All right. Call back on the show on that day. And to the woman who I didn't rank, I try not to do that because I can't put people on camera. So, and let me think. Yeah, to the 2 women that I did rank, if you call back, I'll do yours first on Saturday. Man, Asian women are coming out of the woodwork these days. Rose. Hello, Rose. Can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hi, how are you? What you got for me?
No, I just got in here and I thought you were doing rankings, but I can.
Yeah. What's up, girl?
Oh my god! But I can come back on Saturday. I thought you were doing rankings today.
Come on back on. No, come back on Saturday. At a glance, 8. Come back on Saturday. At a glance, I can't. Man, I'm only at a glance, but 8. Come back on Saturday.
Okay.
I'll explain it. Huh? She came through with the voice. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm like, oh shit. She came through with the bedroom voice. I need to learn how to work that voice, ladies. There are women who will teach you guys how to work your voice, your eyes, your neck motions. Janice, what'd you think? Janice?
Kevin, I'm so excited to talk to you. I've been watching from the clouds for a long time. You're a very good-looking man, definitely high value.
Thank you, Janice. She was kind of cute. All right, so we're getting close to midnight, ladies. I gotta shut the shows down by midnight. Bubbly Bubbles, what's going on? Here's the thing. If you have anything that is a must answer question, what you do in the participant side, in the waiting room, raise your hand. If there's a hot burning question, disagreement, I will take 3 more people or the next 3 in line. Here's your chance to compete because there's too many to go through. No, people are like, you're losing your mind. Oh, well, I didn't do it. All right, well, nobody's raising their hand. I'm going to hell, man. I'm going to hell. I'm going straight to hell. With gasoline draws, I'm going to hell. But that's going to be fun. All right, so here's the thing. As it stands right now, ladies, the rankings are not meant to make women feel subconscious. It's to give you an idea. It's actually to help. Because if you actually take it and make it a car, I know it sounds antiseptic, but if you take it and make it a car, you're trying to sell your product, which is you, on the market, which is men, and The thing is, what makes a happy transaction is when the seller gets fair market value for what they're selling and the buyer gets a good product. And that's what makes a good transaction. Ask yourself, are you offering a good deal? This is why men go out and increase and improve, because they know women want resources and this and that. So men are, especially the kind of men that women say they want, are trying to make themselves the best version of themselves for themselves. But by extension, ladies, you get a better deal. This high value man, productive, competitive, successful thing is still going. But this year, it's going to be about increasing and improving. High value women, high value men is a very static concept. You're either in, nearby, or on your way. But we need to work on the increase and improve the people who are within striking distance, the men and the women. But here's the reality, ladies, this year, please, please, please prioritize as fit as you can get, as pretty as possible, and that girly girl power. Please prioritize that. I don't see a downside in becoming doing any of those things in addition to your college degree.
I'm a PhD.
It makes me want to sit around because I'm going to tell you, I know somebody who has a PhD. She's a doctor and has a dog, and she's fine. She's in shape, and she's one of those kind of people you like to be up under. It's not as though these things cannot exist all at one time. They can exist at one time. But ladies, you got to give a man a reason, just like you want men to give you a reason. Okay, Bear Soul has her hand up, and she got the duck lips going in the picture too. Okay, go on, duck lips. All right, Bear Soul, here we go. Hello. Hi, first name is, I'll just call you Bear. Okay, Hola. Hola, hola, hey. What's up? What you got for me?
I have a problem to a certain degree. I don't have a problem with, finding men, but the problem I have majorly is keeping them. And one of the reasons why is each time I tell them that I'm, saving myself for marriage, it's almost always a turnoff.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Is this for religious reasons?
Yes, it is. But more so, I think, sex is a really spiritual thing for me. So I'm very careful.
Okay. But are you working? Are you actively working with your father and or pastor in finding a mate?
I don't really understand the question.
Okay, if you're a virgin and you want to save yourself to marriage because of a spiritual reason, whose headship are you sitting under to put you in front of the right kind of male candidates to facilitate marriage?
Well, my pastor is usually involved in this.
Okay.
But the problem
do they have a singles ministry where they're bringing in Christian marriage relationship minded men to meet with the women?
Yes. I actually met one person there, but it was really just a show because he was all talk and no action.
Well, okay. But the thing is, okay, but here's the thing. What I'm ultimately getting to is you can't go into the open dating market. This won't fly.
Right.
So either you're going to have to be dealing with an infrastructure that puts virgin women and virgin men or low body count men who want to have an arranged marriage of sorts.
Right.
Or you go to a matchmaker, pay lots of money to find people like that on the open market.
Right.
And get an opportunity to get to know them. But at the end of the day, it's still going to come down to what I ultimately say. You'll get respect and marriage before you get love. Because you can try this, but to try to find romantic eros love as a virgin in today's modern dating environment, no thank you. Is this but are you, and I'm not trying to get you to change it,
Mm-hmm.
But if this is a hard requirement, where's your dad?
Where my dad, he lives here in America.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's in the picture. I mean, my parents have been married for almost 26 years now.
Okay. Well, see, the thing is, at 24, there need to be men helping you be in front of the right kind of men, because here's the thing. You can't be involved with anybody. You can't be involved with Reginald for a year or two. Y'all need to meet, decide y'all like one another, run each other's background credit report, meet each other's family, get on out of here by in 6 months or gone. Because
Right.
you can't just be. You're a different case, and especially for religious reasons, there needs to be a structure around you, because what ultimately I'm saying is you can't do it by yourself. And you're running against time.
Right.
Time, because the longer you wait, the more likely it is that guys that are age appropriate are going to already well, that's as much as I'll go down.
Yeah, I guess just one more question. Would you advise for me to go for older men? Because I feel like older men are ready to settle down over the younger ones.
I think in general that would be a better bet. I think it's better for women to deal with older men because of the way the economy is now, and especially, do you want to be a stay-at-home wife or that kind of thing?
I wouldn't mind that. I think
Okay. Do you
family
want to have
is the
children?
most important
How many
thing.
children do you want?
3 is fine.
Okay, well, then the men who are making the kind of money you would like for your husband to make are not in your 20s. So if you would do my gut tells me you do better trying to find a man in his late 30s, late 30s, who'd be willing to who would see the value in marrying a virgin versus trying to deal with a guy in his 20s with that's just a lot going on.
Right.
Best of luck though. Somebody will be happy to find you, but you have to take it outside of you. You need help.
Yeah.
All right.
I figured that. Thank you so much.
That's not an insult though. All right. So we got to get to this thing later on this week. We got to discuss why single mothers, baby mamas, as it were, have such a hard time accepting their value on the market. That's Wednesday. Baby mamas, single mothers, understand something. Here's the takeaway. Ladies, did you raise your child? Are you raising your child to be an asset to another man who's not their father? For one. Number two, it seems to be single mothers seem to have a really hard time understanding that having a child lowers your value, in many cases, substantially. But we got to talk about it, because I'm giving you time to get your anger and attitude out of the way and get to the conversation. You got 2 days to have your jaw tight, 24 hours. Wednesday, we come back, because we got to talk about this, because the majority of black men are single and childless. But I want to say, and I got to look up the number, but I want to say the majority of women have kids. If you look for employed men and women, and if you look for childless, there are more employed childless men in the black community, fully employed men, than employed childless women. Ladies, having a child outside of wedlock for whatever reason impacts your value to another man for long-term relationship, wife kind of thing. I'm not talking about dating. I'm talking about long-term. And there are women who will have you look and say, well, this happened over here, that happened over here. You need to listen to the men. Ladies, you need to listen to the men, not the women who are telling you, well, you made a mistake, you love your child. I know how it sounds. But men, especially the higher up you go socioeconomically, men want to create their own legacy, build their own family from scratch. We got to talk about this disconnect and see what can be done to help women who find themselves in this position to right fit themselves or better fit themselves to get the outcome or get an outcome that they want or can live with. Because right now, I'm seeing just all out foolishness, basically telling women what they want to hear. And the men are sitting back like, you cannot make a consumer buy a product. So I don't care what the sales trainer is telling you. You can't make a consumer buy a product just because the sales trainer is telling you, buy my book and my course and my this and my that. The consumer can still say, I don't want that. That's where that is. So, all right, we're up out of here. Gotta go. It's getting late. Shut it down right around midnight. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's the new schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday here, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9:30 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the show on Instagram. It's the pre-show. That's what we do. Until the next time, we got to get up out of here. Peace. We are gone.
I rebuke. I'm a PhD.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right. No. It's not hard to fool me.
Welcome to 2021.
'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes.
Yes, Janice.
Kevin, I'm so excited to talk to you. I've been watching you
Yeah.
for a long time. You're very good looking, definitely high value.
Thank you.
I follow to the edge of it all. To the edge of it all.
Shout out to the CIA. Let me see me go through these real quick. Shout out to Tony Davis. Shout out to Jason. You spoke of design intended society for black men and women with odds. Is it exclusively for black people and other non-white groups? I will chime in on that later. Jonathan Barronville, donation for God from the German Shepherd. Shout out to Ike. Yeah. Looking good. I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to lower the volume. The guys who are involved in the catch, you're going to walk away with your own swag bag. Somebody may walk away with a custom suit. Trust me, you're going to want to be one of the catchers. Blast you out in front of all the women so they can see how good you're looking, how well you're doing out here. So they can't say you don't exist. For the ladies who are the prize, the same thing. But actually, it's a little better because ladies, ooh, I don't want to announce it too soon. Some of the stuff that's going to come down the fight. I'm saying but those mixes are going to be dope. Get on a cruise and go down to Miami, sponsored by Carnival. 15 of this. And even the people who don't win, the runners-up, will get a way to be kind of flashed and put out in front of people. Once you change the conversation, so people can start seeing what's possible, what's available. Thank you to everybody who's already sent in their initial application, their picture, their interest. We're going to get this working. If you want to help me on this in some kind of way, let me know. Community tab or on Instagram, find more information. Until next time, peace. We're gone. Good night.